All right, wonderful. Well, Ota, welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, yes. I am Ota Akhigbe, the Director of Partnerships and Programs at eHealth Africa.
Great. Ota, thank you so much for being here in the pop-up studio. This morning, eHealth Africa organized a wonderful side session. Perhaps you can give all of our audience here online a bit of a preview, or not a preview, I guess a recap of what you were talking about with the Avatar Consortium this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sharon. So we launched the Avatar Consortium in May of this year, coincidentally here in Kenya, and it's just a group of partners, digital health companies, research organizations, of course, led by eHealth Africa. The whole idea of the Avatar Consortium is to bring together, come up with ideas to have digital tools that can make it very easy for young adults, adolescents to be able to access healthcare in terms of in their behavior. So we realized the reality is young people would rarely be very comfortable discussing their healthcare needs or their personal needs with, say, an older person for fear of being judged, even with their own parents. They're mostly online, they're interacting with AI, they're with chatbots. And so we say, you know what, how do we come up with and strengthen digital interfaces that would really encourage young people? They're already there anyway, but how do they better interact with these tools in a way that is ethical, in a way that is safe for them, responsible, and that they can be helped and they can change their behavior? So that was a conversation that the GDHF salon we had this morning was about, bringing these partners, co-hosted by, first of all, the Bay Area Global Health Alliance, PSI, Rich Digital Health, and we had support from AFID and Shujaz. We had youth in the room. We wanted it to be for youth, by youth. So actually the questions that were asked by the panelists were curated by the youth. We also had a panel where the youth themselves came to talk about their challenges, their problems, and ideas for how we can do better. So it was actually a good platform for us to bring all of these conversations together and see what can we take from here. How do we do better? How do we actually reach this youth where they are? How do we really help them in a way that drives outcome and is not just nice to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank
you so much, Ota. Now, coming out of that session and coming out of really these 3 days at GDHF, what are you most excited about? What are you going to take back to your team and to your partners? What's really lighting you up at this point?
Yeah, I think the GDHF as a whole has been such an amazing experience. We were here last year, and this year again, it just went on a further high. For me, I think a couple of things. First of all, is just a reminder that whatever it is we're doing, complementarity is the key. No one organization can do it by themselves. No one sector can do it by themselves. When we talk about health systems transformation, any type of transformation, we have to think about the public sector, the private sector. And then for me, that was something that was really, a good reminder here. Touching base with the different stakeholders, knowing that this is something that is non-negotiable. We no longer want to develop tools or initiatives or solutions in parallel. Rather, how do we develop these tools in a way that integrates into the government workflows? And we also want more than just pilot projects, short-term projects that once they're done, once the grant is over, that's the end. We want more system strengthening, innovations. And the best way to go about it is when there's local ownership. That's the first one. The second one, of course, is my bread and butter, partnerships. Just understanding that we need to bring our guards down. We need to have trust. We need to have trust with other partners. We need to understand that there's power in complementarity. What I can do, you may want it. What you can do, I may want it. And so that's a good reminder. And I think the last thing is interoperability by design and just being very conscious of incentivizing the users from the design of these programs and the initiatives. So again, so many exciting conversations from GDHF. Thanks a lot, Sharon, to you and your team, Jessica and all, for curating such amazing sessions.
Oh, Ota, thank you very, very much. I think you all have contributed so much to all of these conversations, and such great reminders there at the end. Really, partnerships, that is your bread and butter, and it is really what the sector needs. And that's a wonderful reminder. So thank you so much for joining. We're delighted for eHealth Africa's participation and leadership in this space. And we look forward to seeing you all again in 2026.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Much appreciated.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll hug it out.